Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to this YouTube channel. It's your guy Igor here. Canada is shutting down its doors on immigration. It's literally happening right now. If you go to a website, like for example, Atlantic immigration program, and I'm talking about New Brunswick right now, they are shut down from April 4. It's crazy that on April 4, you could have still, and I know some people who did, go and apply and submitted their application, but those people who were just hours late, they didn't get through. Just imagine the program opened up in February, someday in February, I don't remember exactly the day, and on April 4th, it's gone, it's done. It doesn't exist anymore. I mean, it exists, it's closed until the end of 2025. So, see you next year, better chance next time. And also, guys, we have a huge change of policies here in Canada in terms of immigration. Drastic, oh my goodness, the wind. Drastic immigration changes, guys, right now. And I cannot say that I totally disagree with these changes that the government is doing, but I just realized that on April 5, I got a notification on the YouTube from that I was doing this channel for 8 years since I uploaded my first video. A little YouTube sent me an email saying congratulations for doing that. And I've been shooting most of my videos since I started with helping people, helping immigrants, and a lot of immigration videos. And now the government of Canada is changing its immigration programs, shutting its doors. Literally, guys, those provinces, so how it works, immigration here, is there is a federal program which is not much has changed on the federal level so far. But on a provincial level, they have cut down a lot. On a provincial level, they have cut down quotas. For those provinces, for example, guys, provinces had like 6,000 immigrant quota, now are 3,000. Literally, compared to the last year, to 2024, in 2025, they slashed the quotas by 50%. That means as that people who want to stay in Canada, okay, people who want to come to Canada, and stay here through provinces, if they meet the quota, once the quota is fulfilled, once they have got enough people to fill up the quota, what happens is they shut down the program. And they say, see you next year. Next year, we don't know what's going to happen. We have elections literally in weeks happening in Calgary. We don't know which government is going to be there, but we do know that both sides of the government are both parties, liberals and conservatives, are saying about shutting down the immigration. And honestly, guys, I was just recently talking to my friend, an Indian guy, about who is an immigrant just like me. Just like me, we came here years back here, talking about immigration, and he was like, Igor, Canada needs to take less immigrants. He's like, I know it's stupid. Me and you, we came here as immigrants. But, look at the housing prices. Look at the cost of groceries. Look at the unemployment. Look how people came here with, study permits. With their, on a study permit, just like I did, for example. But they didn't actually come here to study. They just ran away and worked. A lot of people took advantage of that. All the fake companies that came up, that never existed, that started actually creating fake LMIAs, getting people sponsored, for get LMIA to get immigration done, making millions and millions of dollars. All the so-called colleges showed up, and what it has done to our country is unaffordable housing, insane inflation rates, higher cost of living, everything, lots of problems. I also spoke to a Ukrainian lady just a few days back. She was saying the same thing. And she was like, you know what? I don't want to be a hypocrite. I came here as an immigrant myself, but this needs to stop. So a lot of even within the immigrant community, even immigrants who came to Canada years back and who finished their immigration, and even though it sounds shady, why would you say something like that? Even those people are saying, I think we overdid it. I think this needs to slow down. A lot of people are saying, let's shut it down for a few years, recover from this, and then maybe reopen. And so with this kind of mindset, you will guess what the government is going to do. They would hear the people, and they might listen. And right now they went down to the immigration levels where it's actually unsustainable, which is going to be less. I mean, it's not going to be growing. The population of Canada is actually going to decrease with the immigration levels that they are doing right now. They're slashing it by a lot. A lot of programs are going to disappear. What I'm trying to say in this video is you have to share this video with your friends and family members. This video is like a sign. I don't know if you believe in omens, you know, higher powers, whatever your religion is. Somebody sent you this video, and this video just means for you is stop sitting on your ass and do something. You know, guys, I studied immigration. So I studied for immigration law. I have an immigration law diploma. I was going to be an immigration consultant. I spent like $11,000 for that. My wife's still angry at me because I decided not to proceed with that. I studied that, I spent money, I graduated, I have the diploma, but I decided not to become an immigration consultant because it's too stressful to be responsible for people's lives. So I went into real estate. It's way less stressful to sell houses and buy houses for people, you know, than to be responsible for their immigration. For immigration laws, quotas, government, the things that you have no control of, or decisions of immigration officers. But I want to tell you one thing right now, guys. I went into real estate. Now I work in Calgary, Alberta with eXp Realty. I help people buy and sell houses. A lot of houses I help people. I'm very experienced in that. You know, and I love it. It's amazing. But I'm not doing immigration, so don't ask me to help you file your immigration. But I want to gotta say that with my knowledge, and I've been doing this YouTube for 8 years now, just over 8 years, shooting videos about immigration, talking about things. I still remember the names of the programs you probably never heard of. Strategic Recruitment Stream, for example, Alberta International Graduate Stream. Do you even remember those programs, guys? That's one of the programs I was applying when I was doing my immigration here. How about that? But anyways, what I'm trying to say is, guys, I've been doing it for so much time, and I gotta tell you, it's better to submit an application before the quota is met. So if you think you're missing some documents, I'm not telling you not to submit incomplete applications, but if you absolutely have to, you know, it's better to get a request for additional documents from the government of Canada, from IRCC, let's say, or whatnot, from the provinces. Then, if you need time, ask them for extension with a reasonable explanation. Then you're still in. You know, yes, your processing would be delayed, but at least you'll be still in. That's what I'm thinking, guys. I'm not an immigration consultant. Don't treat it as a legal advice, okay? But you have submitted an application. But if you have, because you're searching for best conditions and you haven't submitted your application, then what's going to happen is you are out. You have to wait. They'll not accept your application anymore. So my opinion is that it's better to have some sort of an application, even if it doesn't look perfect to you, and you might need additional documents down the road, rather than not have a submitted application, and because the quota is filled and now you have to wait for the next year. So those are the things, guys, that I want to tell you, that you have to, you know, not sit on your butt and treat this video as an omen for you guys to act. Or if somebody sent you this video right now and you're like still thinking, should I, what's my English score, which documents, what all documents do I need, and other things like that, this would be like, yeah, go ahead and submit your application for Canada immigration, guys. Don't sit until the end. Like, they might slash even half of the current immigration levels for the next year. They might cut it even more. They might cut it. There might be less people available. The quotas might be even lower by next year. So we don't know how it is going to turn out. So I recommend, if you have an opportunity, and if you are sitting right now and the stream is open and you're like, should I submit it or not? Do it. If you really love this country, if you see yourself staying in this country, if you see your future in this country, and you're thinking, yeah, you know what, I want to stay in Canada, this is the wake-up call for you to go ahead and do that. Submit your application, start your process, and get it done. It's a beautiful country. I don't regret coming here at all. Like, I don't regret staying in Canada. Even with the, you know, liberal government, people are saying, oh, the life went down and everything. I think it's all over the world went down. The real estate prices went up. Yeah, I think everywhere is pretty bad about it. You know, oh, I think, you know, like, for example, safety levels, let's say, went down, right? Oh my goodness! Think about safety levels in Ukraine right now. That's where, that's where I was before I came here. Like, yeah, I think Canada is freaking best country still, compared to the rest of the world, and we still have huge, huge opportunities. If you even look at it right now, Trump, tariffs and everything, but I see that Trump is somewhat respectful towards Canada and Mexico, even though he's slamming the hell out of China, second world's largest economy. It's actually going to be quite interesting to see, China and, for example, China and the US to devastate each other's economies in that way. But all I'm saying is, for example, if you are, by the way, guys, it was one of my first jobs, like that guy is walking behind me. One of my first jobs in Canada was door-to-door sales. Can you imagine that? As an international student, I knocked on the door in St. Catharines, Ontario, and until I realized that that was a commission-based job, and until I realized that my job was literally, it was like not a utility company. We were selling hot water tanks and stuff like that. And then, I would be door knocking. I didn't even know what the hell I was doing. And then I realized that that job was like putting people on contracts using aggressive sales tactics. And that's when I quit that job, because I was like, you know what? Once I realized what we were actually doing, I quit. It was like minus 30. It was snowing. It was horrible. And then one lady called me and she's like, hey, I just read the contract for whatever the hot water tanks you're selling. And that's like a shady contract. I went to my boss. I remember it was like uh, Green Home Services, whatever. I don't remember the company name exactly. And my boss was like, yeah, you focus on your commission and don't bother with the contract. And that's when I quit that company, guys. That was my first job in Canada. And after that, I realized I'll never go into sales because it's just not for me. Like, it was a shady job. And all the years down the road, now I went into real estate in Calgary. And actually, real estate, I love it, because in real estate, everyone needs homes. You literally have the best ever product. I believe in homes. I believe in real estate. But in hot water tanks for rent or used cars, that I don't believe, guys. Thanks for watching. All the best for you and your immigration, and I wish you all the best in Canada. Let's say if you are here and you really want to stay, do it now before Canada shuts down. And honestly, I don't blame Canada for doing that. I somewhat agree with the government. We do need to slow down with the immigration, and it's probably going to happen. And if you really want to stay, guys, just get it done. Use this video. This is a sign for you. Your guy Igor told you guys, do it. And then years down the road, once you finish your immigration, when you meet me, guys, I know there will be one or two people for sure from this video. At some point in life, I'll meet you, and it's an honor to see you. It doesn't matter where we meet. I just want to say, guys, just tell me you watched this video, and I think that's all. I don't even care how many people watch this video, but I hope it helps that one person who did watch and who did act. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.